Hi, good day and very welcome. My name is Vim, and it's today a privilege for me to share a few thoughts with you. And if you want to, you can turn to Psalm 22, and we're going to read from verse 1 to 5. Psalm 22, verse 1 to 5. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me from the words of my groaning? Oh my God, I cry by day, but you do not answer, and by night, but I have no rest. Yet you are holy. You are enthroned on the praises of Israel. In you our fathers trusted. They trusted and you delivered them. To you they cried and they were rescued. In you they trusted and they were not put to shame. Psalm 22 verse 1 to 5. I've made a little drawing here to help us to just understand a bit more of this psalm and what David is sharing with us. We see here that he was complaining. He said, God, where are you? Why have you forsaken me? Why are you not saving me? I cried to you, but there's no answer. I cannot find rest. So he's like in this downward spiral, just going down and down and down. And you will find this form of prayer quite often in the Psalms. About a third of the Psalms is this form of prayer, which is called a lament, which is a cry to God, a cry from the depth of our hearts of desperation for God to come and rescue us. But then we see in verse 3 that David has just not continued to go down, but there has been a turning point, and the turning point is this dot here where he says, yet you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. In other words, he came to a place where he realized, what I'm going through is not all of the reality. There's a greater reality, and that reality is that there's a God and he is enthroned. And then he says, in you our fathers trusted. They trusted and you delivered them. To you they cried and they were rescued. In you that they trusted and were not put to shame. In other words, he reminded himself of the past. He reminded of himself how God came through for his forefathers. And through doing that, he was already praying and trusting God for his own deliverance, for his own rescuing, and that he knows that he can trust God, that he will do that. So we see here it's a spiral that goes down, and then there's one point where it's like, there's a greater reality, and then through praise and gratitude and worship, he basically sees God and sees that God has got everything in hand, and God is bigger than his own circumstances and what he's going through. We are going through difficult circumstances, not only us, but the whole world. And I'm quite sure that if you are like me, sometimes you feel vulnerable. Sometimes there's a bit of anger, there's loneliness, there's confusion. And yeah, it's good to just be grateful. But sometimes we need to, before we're grateful, we need to just be open and just share our hearts openly with God and leave it with him. And then we look up to him so that he can rescue us, and that he can come and bring his kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. May you continue to see the goodness of God in a very specific way. Amen.